can you talk more about like the PhD life? Because I only have a bachelor degree, right? So I never go to graduate school because I'm done. Like I hate school. Like I hate school in general, and school hates me. It's very mutual hatred.
Yeah. I guess people have different interests.
Yeah, but I've always heard like, because a lot of new Chinese immigrants, not the older generation, are actually highly educated, and most of them are science students, I would say, because it's easier for them to stay here.
Yeah.
And I've always heard like horror stories about how tough and like so crushing to do your PhD degree.
Yeah.
Like the whole process is just like torturing. You have to work for it. They call them your boss, which is your what do you call it, mentor?
Advisor.
Advisor, like, but I don't know if it's a international thing, but at least among the Chinese students, they call their advisor my boss, and like having a good boss or having a bad boss can really determine your destiny, at least for the next 5 to 7 years.
Yes,
is that true, or
that's
is
true.
Really?
That's
do you
really
know any
true.
stories or whatever?
Well, that's true.
Starting from is it tough in the first place?
Yeah, it is. It is mostly tough. Yeah, you have like if you are just working, then you have some jobs like your actual boss deliver to you that you just finish them in a
it's a 95
period of time. Yeah.
Okay.
But for PhD that they're saying like for PhD that every day is Saturday, but you work on Saturday.
Oh,
so basically you don't have a split between your life and
Can you
work.
say no to your boss?
Well,
it's like I don't feel like doing
actually,
it today.
It is not like because you are doing it for yourself.
Okay.
So it is not like a thing that you can say no to.
Yeah.
You can just like saying like because your ultimate goal is to be a good PhD and graduate was like proper works.
Yeah.
Then you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to always work until you finish it.
Okay.
So like many PhD have like heavy like stress.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why they say it's tough.
Are we talking about like long hours, in like 12-hour working day, or?
Well, yeah, it could be the case. It could be the case because for research, it's also different from work. That for work, you know that how to do something, or at least someone know how to do that.
Yeah.
For research, you are working on something that nobody knows how to do.
You're trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we are trying to figure out how to do some unsolved problem.
Okay.
And we need to find those problems is solvable but not solved yet.
So there is no there's a way to research, but there's no step 1, step 3. It's not like a clear
you need to figure out
roadmap.
On your own, and then you need to face a lot of failure during the process, and it could be a big stress on your own confidence. Yeah.
So what about choosing a good advisor or bad? I don't want to talk about your own advisor. Let's just gossip other people or people you have heard of, right? Like, what is how to choose a good advisor before you got here? And what is a bad advisor in the first place? Like people who complain about, what are the common complaints?
It could be like, for me, like for computer science, there is some tools to help ranking the professors because computer science, like CS people, they're making their own website for their own people. Yeah. So like there is a CS ranking website. Like there are some ranking of professors. You can check the professor list and go to check their webpage one by one. Yeah. To find your optimal professor. But for to determine if a professor is a good professor or a mean professor. You need to ask their student. Oh. Well, you need to have friends in the university to know that whether the professor is good or not. So,
what do you mean by mean? Can you explain more? Give me some examples.
Well, for mean professors, like they're not. The extreme case is they are not treating their student as student,
like more like slaves.
Yeah, some like
in
that.
Some rare cases.
Yeah, they don't like. Sometimes they don't like really care about your personal life or your emotional status. Yeah, they just give you work and
get it done.
Yeah, and if you didn't get it done within some time, then they might just be very angry and give you a lot of stress. It could be the case, and they might not like prove your holidays and other things. I've known that there is a professor. is my friend's professor.
Yeah.
And there's one student in his lab, like is not the PhD student, but the postdoc student.
Yeah.
And he's got married, and his wife just gave the birth to his.
Okay, they're having a new baby.
Yeah, they are having new babies, and he wanna get a
paternal leave or whatever.
He wanna get a leave for the birth of his.
Of course, naturally,
daughter, like for like maybe a month. Mm-hmm. The professor said like, no, it's only 1 week they can leave.
1 week.
Yeah, that's the maximum like leave days you can get.
And he knows he's having a baby,
situation.
But he's like, no, I don't care. Yeah.
That could be the case. So it could be really trouble. But for those nice professors that they are just treating you as the person, that could. Yeah.
Oh my God, the bar is so low. Just treating you as a person. Oh my God.
Well, But my professor is a really good professor, and he wanted to talk to us every day and
Did
to
you
understand
research him
research
before?
and lives and other stuff. Like, you just want to communicate with us.
I would say personal referrals are pretty important, I guess. If you know somebody who used to work with or work for this boss or this professor.
Yeah.
I've heard mean professors who just do not want you to graduate. Would prolong it. Would make the process very long.
Because you are a really good PhD. You deliver really good works.
Yeah.
And he have the project or she have the project.
Yeah.
That need people to do that.
Yeah.
So
they're like,
the professor just won't let you graduate for his project until someone else coming.